Okay, I'm going to show you how to build this cross using some offcuts from some of my other projects. All right, so the first thing you need to do is get your pieces of wood, and I've already done that. I've got 2 pieces for the bottom, then I cut these for the arms, and then the 2 shorter ones for the top. Okay, and then I have this piece of red oak right here that I'm going to put in between them. Okay, so first thing you need to do is glue the long pieces to your piece that's going to run down the middle. So check on which sides you want facing up, and you're going to glue and clamp them just like that. So a little bit of glue. All right, so I got those. I'll line them up at the bottom of my middle piece, and then I'm just going to put a couple of these little bar clamps to hold it in place. Make sure that they're pretty close to flush. I will do a little bit of sanding on them. Okay. And then just taking a wet paper towel, I will wipe off the excess glue. So it serves 2 purposes. It wipes off the glue, and then it kind of raises the grain a little bit so that when you sand it, it's easier to sand it flush. Okay, so that's the long end. Now I need to have the 2 arms. I can glue them at the same time. So at the other end of my piece, I'm just going to glue the arms. Now, once the glue's dried, I'll just cut these off and put them where they need to go. So it doesn't matter if they're perfectly aligned, because you can cut off both ends before you glue them above the piece that you have over there. So again, I'm just going to use a couple of bar clamps. Get them to work. So once you have them in place, all I have to do is let the glue dry. I'm going to give these about 30 minutes. They'll be set up enough. I can do the next part. Gluing the cross together. Okay, so I've got the pieces all cut. So I cut my 2 arms. So they're going to go in here, and then these are my 2 pieces that I'm going to use for the top. So they're going to go in there like that. So all I have to do now is glue it all together. Okay, so we got it all clamped down. So we just have to wait for the glue to dry and trim it to its final size. Everything's pretty close to flush. A little bit of sanding, be good to go. Okay, so this is the final product. You can see I've sanded it down a little bit, rounded over the edges, make it look, edges aren't so sharp. And then this was the one I had before, and to make the wood, the color stand out, you can put some poly on it, or on this one all I did was put some cutting board oil on it. It makes the wood, the color in the wood stand out. And then periodically just put more cutting board oil on it, and it keeps the colors nice. So the last thing I mention is the dimensions. The bottom here determines what the rest of it's going to be like. So in this case, I made it approximately 9 inches long. And then these two arms from this point to this point is half of this length. So if this is 9, these should be about 4.5, 4.25, someplace in there. And then this piece up here is usually a little bit shorter than this. So in this case, I made this 9, this 4.5, and I made this 4, so that when you set it up, it looks proportional. So it doesn't look, the arms don't look too long, or the top isn't sticking out too high. So that, really quick, how to use up some of your scrap wood, make something nice. Total time, hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. That includes waiting for the glue to dry. So it doesn't take very long to make them. It's not very difficult, and they make nice gifts. So how to build a cross out of some of your offcuts.